tight end in motion. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense changing the play. Wide receiver going in motion. He's in open space downfield. There he goes. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
If your defensive line cannot take on double teams, it allows linemen to get up into the laps of linebackers, and that's happening far too often right now, which is why this defense is struggling stopping the run.
And the Razorbacks, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Looking for a man. It's Green. Skips away from pressure. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. Let's talk for a second about Arkansas. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire conference.
Ball's out, and the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. From the shotgun, the inside give.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Finding open areas. It's a running room. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a... Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Headed to the end zone, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Trojans! Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
We may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
And the extra point was good. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Green. Fires it down the seam. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
So now it's second and long. Wants to go up top. Buys a little time with his feet. He's going to run it. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
Now adjusting. Caught behind the line. It's Washington. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up fourth down.
He might want another play. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Grab near the sticks. It's Brown. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's going for it all. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Ripped off a huge sharp play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Razorbacks are moving quickly down the field. Tight end now in motion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Razorbacks want to crank the tempo. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And it's no good, and they're still down by 1. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Running to the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. Right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Trying play action. Zings it complete to the right. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. And the Trojans lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. They'll run the sneak for it.
No gain on the play. And that's a first down for the offense.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Running into the open space. He's now up to 70 yards for them on the ground already in this first quarter. He looks as if he's ready to put up numbers. He's got it again. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards, added up for a first down.
Man, I really love the way this guy looks when he's toting the rock. You think about all the high school kids out there who dream about one day donning a USC jersey. and being the starting running back for the Trojans. There's so much competition, not just in the state of California, but nationally, to come to this school and be the guy, to be RB1. He's on the field for a reason. This guy is unique. He's got speed and vision. What a weapon.
USC 7, Arkansas 6.
First play of the period will be a second down. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Got it set up on the outside. He's loose. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Quick strike complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to throw again. Intercepted deep in his own end. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with the pick.
That is one the quarterback is going to want to have back. It's touchdowns or it's checkdowns once you get down to the red zone. You can't get too aggressive and greedy trying to fit the football into small windows, and as a result, QB throws a pick.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Catch in the middle. It's Anthony. He'll get it out to the 25. Not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he is shifty, and he runs really good routes. You saw it on that play.
Looking for a man. It's Green. He turns that loose down the right side. Intercepted. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Good timing on the quick out. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Fires to the big fella. Still on his feet. Touchdown USC. Once he got some room, it was over.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Anthony. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. They stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Looking to get it in the end zone, and down he goes. They were trying to tie the game, but they are denied, still down by 2. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Slips through the line. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that, baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Wants to throw. It's Maiava. Trying to get behind the defense. Makes the grab at the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got...
He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Arkansas.
And he's in for the second score of the game. My goodness. Note to self. Kickoff team. Don't kick it to him anymore. Squib it. Kick it to the other guy. Just don't let that guy touch it again.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They'll line up to go for 2. The snap sets up to throw. Makes the grab for the 2, and now they climb to within 1. Can't do it much better than that. Get the kickoff return, take it 98 to the house, and put a touchdown on the board. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Snags it quickly on the left. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands. Get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it's still a positive game.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
The Trojans come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. And the Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Maiava. Going to take a shot at this DB. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
I know it was incomplete. I'm okay with it. I'm the offensive coordinator. I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Trying to set up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick completion on the out. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
From the 30-yard line on first down. To the air on first down. Quickly complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Looking to go up top in times, running out in the half. Breaks the tackle. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. The Trojans want to pick up the tempo. Gets the back moving. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. There he goes down the right side. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Razorbacks! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
Great play by the defense, taking that back for a pick six. And as a quarterback, if you're going to throw your running back, you've got to be accurate with it. Remember, they are not receivers. And if you make it difficult and tricky, bad things happen, and it did right there.
Now a two-point conversion attempt coming up. Dropping back, it's Green. And he snatches it and comes down in the end zone for the 2. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. This one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on first down. He tries to take the top off. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. 3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking deep. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Going to swing it on second down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it's caught inside the 30. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Oh, he loves to fire downfield.
And the offensive coordinator here is really trying to stay aggressive and take a shot. Obviously, the offense couldn't click on that one. But later in the game, if I'm this offense, I'm continuing to stay aggressive. Keep the foot down on the gas pedal.
And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. Right down the boulevard. It's good. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Razorbacks will kick it off to start the second half. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. His drive will open from the 15. They'll run the RPO and pull it right. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
He's tackled at the 28-yard line. First down for the offense.
Now on first down from the 28. Got it behind the line. It's Crockett. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Trojans are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Wants to keep it in the air. Finds the tight end. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And the runner is down, and so is a flag. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. The Trojans are flying down the field. To throw, it's Mayava. Caught over the middle, it's Lemon. Turning it on! They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. It's Sanders. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum, get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
In a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up. Got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big game.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. The Trojans will hustle to the line. And that's a live call behind the line. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Woo. Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Makes the grab on the left. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
Well, great job making the tackle there. Now setting up third down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
Gets it out fast. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the third down, now setting up first and goal.
Fans are bringing the noise on first and goal. And that is interception number 3 on the day. The 50. He's at the 40. The 20. And just an outstanding return. Takes it back to the 7-yard line.
And that is a massive momentum-shifting play that completely flips the field. Offense is in the red zone. Bad decision, poor throw. It gets picked off. And how about the return all the way back to the opponent's red zone? That was incredible.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
It's always fun to watch offensive creativity in the red zone. Like, how are you going to get some space for your guy? They try the toss, get him out wide, maybe get him some space. The defense was ready. Nice job.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arkansas.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. To the air. It's Mayava. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period.
That's the end of the first quarter. The score for Arkansas, 35. USC, 24.
Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Backed up now, here's second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He's got him this time. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
And the Trojans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
That's caught. It's Lane. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And you don't see that often when you're running a screen and you're featuring the running back and setting it up, but you go elsewhere. And it's a nice job by the offense, nice job by the quarterback in particular, seeing the defense, saying, I can make a play somewhere else, and he goes and does it.
A little screen to the running back. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
Makes the grab. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these first downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Defense in press coverage. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or soon...
Touchdown, Trojans! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Late in the game, and the confidence is building if only there's enough time to finish.
Time is ticking, but, man, you gave yourself a chance now. Now the defense, go out, do your job. We got the momentum. If you give me the ball back, I'm going to win. Let's go, defense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Purdue is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Purdue, Pete, isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 13 over Ball State. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. They'll move the tight end. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to scramble. Oh, he's got some space. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
I think this team knew coming in today they needed to be able to run the football, and they were going to have to get some of that production from the quarterback, and he just broke off his longest run of the game so far. That was critical for his confidence, for this offense's confidence, and right now if you're on defense, you've got to find an answer for this guy.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on first down. Sends it back in motion. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Back to pass, it's Green. He fires one deep down the right side. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. Quick look on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped off the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 50 yards out. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the back. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Looking down the middle. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
The chains now on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
And that receiver had nobody around. That has got to be embarrassing for the defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
To the air, it's Mayava. Flushed out of the pocket. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Return takes it inside the 30, down to the 28 as the defense has him setting up shop from there.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long. And here we are late in an obvious passing situation, trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Turns it on in midfield. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Green. Quickly to the tight end. They kept him out of the end zone, but not before he gets it to the 1-yard line, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it. They completely...
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Arkansas! These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to throw, it's Mayava. He wants a big play here late. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out and tries for 6, he'll be lucky.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Power football with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Even with this lead, they'll throw again. Under fire. And this will be incomplete as the game comes to a close. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. And that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game. David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation.